Happy Monday. All right. Let's see who's hanging out with us today. I have a lot of stuff on my desk. I even brought out the big Tim Holtz media mat, so I thought that would be a great thing. So I want to show you about all the different things that I have going on here. And then we can get started assembling all this stuff. I know that Sandy pretty much always makes cards, and so I wanted to give you guys some different ideas of different things that you can do with our images. So that's why I've been focusing on trying to do a few different things or a few other things. I'm not a scrapbooker by trade. I am a card maker. So it is out of my comfort zone to make scrapbook pages, but I try it nonetheless. So I've simply printed out these pictures of Sandy and I when we went to the Empire State Building. So this was looking up at the Empire State Building, and this was on the 86th floor, and then this was at the top, the 102nd floor. So I've printed those out, and I've cut matting paper. This is just Stampin' Up! Cardstock. So I'm going to set those aside. I have my Misty ready to go. I wanted to show you, I used the Graphic 45. These are the 8x8 paper pads. I really, really love them. They're really handy for me because I make a lot of 5.5 by 5.5 cards. So having a slightly larger paper pack works great for me. So again, this is Graphic 45, and this is from the Bloom collection. It's a very, very, very pretty paper pack. Full of all kinds of beautiful things. So we will be using that. I have chosen 2 stamp sets today. I'm kind of stuck on the Limitless, and this is the one that I used for the actual packaging. Look at how different, how much darker the packaging prints compared to the Dragon. So we have this guy, and I'll probably be using a sentiment from this. And then we have the Affable Anemone stamp set, and I've just stamped it out here. We're going to do a quick color on that and add it to this, I believe. So there's that. So that's these items. Then, of course, I have my Crazy Creations glitter and my Sweet Sentiment candy bowl. That's to put glitter on the edge of the flower. Then I've just cut a couple of pieces of paper that I'm going to use for the scrapbook page. So this is from Graphic 45. This one, I believe, is a Stampin' Up! Piece. This is the rest of the cardstock that I used from the matting. And then this is also a Stampin' Up! Piece of paper, 12 by 12. So I'm going to set those aside for now. And we're going to start. Hey, Cheryl, how are you this morning? And we're going to start by coloring this flower. So I just want to put like a really quick color on it. I don't want to take a super long time. So I also want it to be like kind of a purplish, there's little bits of purple in that paper. So I want it to be like a dark purple kind of color. So I'm going to use like purple, gray, pink-ish sort of color, if that makes any sense at all whatsoever. So where is my hex chart? Right here it is. So I'm going to start really dark with my BV29 and 25. And then I'm going to come over into BV34, which is going to be considerably lighter. Then I'm going to kind of wander towards the pinks a little bit. So I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use RB93. I want this to stay kind of muted colors. I don't want it to be super bright. And then I think I'm going to use my RV11. We'll see how that goes. I might change that one out. I'm not sure. But we're going to do a little swatching here on the corner. Is everybody enjoying their holiday? Today is a holiday in the US. It's Labor Day. Cheryl, is it a holiday up there as well? Okay, so I just need to switch these two, and then I like it. So that's, we're gonna, oh, I guess I have to use that to color. So we're gonna go ahead and use that. So I know that this is like super far away. Let me move that up some. But I just wanna show you like a quick way to color flowers with Copics. So I'm just going to, I'm not really gonna pay a whole lot of attention to the artist drawn lines in it. I just wanna lay some color into this flower. So I'm not worried about a bunch of control on the marker. I'm just worried about putting some color down. And again, if you move fast, your brain will not have a chance to catch up. Therefore, you will not be making a perfect pattern in the flower. And that's what you want. You do not want a perfect pattern. Oh, it's a holiday for you too? Hey, Tiffany. How are you, sweet thing? So again, I'm gonna hold my marker a little bit closer to the nib now because I want a little bit more control because I don't want to go into the center of this. So I'm just kind of sketching out this shadow area. So see, super quick, not really precise or anything. We're gonna do the same thing with the subsequent markers. We're just gonna come around. I have the hiccups. I hate getting hiccups. What are y'all doing? It's super quiet out there. My marker's too juicy, so I need to take the cap off so that I don't get big blobs. There we go. You're at work. Naughty, naughty little girl. Okay, so this is our third color. And I'm gonna go back into the shadow color because this one's considerably more purple. So just kind of to overlay that second color that I've already put in there. Tiffany, you're still on the wait list for the retreat, but you have moved up to the first position. So if somebody drops out, you're next in line. Same thing for this flower. Yay! Congratulations, Natalie, on your new job. It was too hot today? You can take the days off work? That's awesome. Can you take the days off work and get to Texas? And hang out at the winery with us and color your little heart out? It's gonna be a blast. We're gonna have so much fun. All right. You love watching me color? Yay! That's so sweet. Okay, now RV11. This is where we're gonna start turning this a little bit pink on the tips. I have a lot of people tell me it's like soothing to watch. I don't know if it's soothing to watch me color. Cheryl gets stressed out because my hand moves too fast, huh, Cheryl? You need to label your Copics. Do you have the full set, Tiff? For those of you that are on my personal page, following my private account, I did post an extra Bible journal page there. It didn't use Sweet Sentiment stamps. Gasp. Well, there's 358. If you had a hex chart, you would know. Get a hex chart, and you will know if you have all of them. So anyways, today was cardio day. So I did 45 minutes on the treadmill, listening to music. Usually in my Instagram stories, I post my music, so y'all know what I'm listening to. A number of people really like when I do that because they add new things to their playlist. So there you go. Yes, I have all of them. Thanks, Cheryl. It's been quite the struggle. I have always quit on myself. And I don't know. I'm just not good at the whole sticking with a workout routine thing. So, September is month number 3. All right. Oops. Okay. So a nice like antique style, antique colored flower. I'm gonna use some dark yellows in the center. So I have my Y28. And I'm just gonna use some stippling or pepper shading. Y26. It's so incredibly hard to stick with it. My husband, it comes out easy for him because he used to be a competitive bodybuilder. And so he's been working out since he was like 8 or 9. So it's definitely like ingrained in his body that he has to work out. So he works out for his sanity, which is great, but much, much more difficult for me to do. Okay, so I don't have the anemone dies because I sent mine to someone. So a customer really wanted them, so the customer got them. So I don't personally have anemone dies, so we're gonna fussy cut these. There's like nobody online today either. It's a holiday here. It's Labor Day, so I wonder if people are like traveling or out camping or getting ready for barbecues. I remember we used to never start school until after Labor Day as well. And my kid's already been in school for a month. But he's getting ready to have a 2 or 3 week break already. So I don't feel too bad for him. They start school early, but they have really long breaks. So like just when the kids start to get like burnout, they have like a 2 or 3 week break. And it's just really nice. Not the best fussy cutting I've ever done in my entire life. But not the worst either. He is a sophomore in high school, so 10th grade. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut these down. So that I can shape them. They start school on Wednesday. That's interesting. We used to start school the Tuesday after Labor Day. So we always started on a short week. And then we got out at the beginning of June. It was usually like the second week of June that we got out of school. Can't see where I'm cutting. There we go. Yes, Holly. So this flower is not so bad if you don't have the dies to fussy cut. There's a couple of flowers that you really want the dies for because they're a pain in the biscuits to fussy cut. We travel again fairly soon. Not this coming weekend, but the following weekend, we go to Arizona. So I'm going to just take my mouse pad and I'm going to spritz that with water. And then I'm just going to take a pen. I have all the shaping tools, but this is going to work just fine. And I just want to break up those paper fibers. Because I don't want a ton, I did not cut that one. I don't want a ton of 3D on this because it's on a scrapbook page. I just wanted to have a little bit of and then the following weekend after that, we go to Irving, Texas. And then after that, we go to Sacramento, California. And then we go to Ontario, California. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my tweezers and poke a hole. For the stamen. Needs to be slightly larger. I don't know why I decided on this big ol' huge stamen, but I did, so. It has a little burr on it right here. So I gotta poke my hole a little bit bigger. There we go. Perfect. Which means this one needs to be a little bit bigger. Yeah, so still lots of travel. Yep. Okay, and then I make sure that the petals are offset, and then I put it between my fingers like this, and I cup it so that it can dry. Just like that. Peel some of these petals down. Then I take my glue And I just kiss all the edges, or pinch them all, however you want to say it. Of all of these petals. And I'm gonna do the little stamen too. I'm gonna grab my Crazy Creations glitter. I'm gonna not do this over my mouse pad. And my fan is on, so my glitter is gonna go everywhere. Look at how pretty that is. So pretty. I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna set my glitter aside. And then I take where I have the glue on here and I just kind of wipe up my glitter. So then I can just toss that. Okay. So now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna grab, where did I set our pictures? Here's our pictures. And I'm gonna glue our pictures down. There's the first one. Ah. I'm all thumbs, you guys. Okay, picture number 2. And then we have this big old picture for picture number 3. I'm not much of a scrapbooker, but we have made a scrapbook for in the booth, and it uses Sweet Sentiment stamps in it, and it chronicles all the places that Sandy and I have gone. So I really, really love how we can use our stamps in the scrapbook. All right. So then I'm gonna grab this, and this is a piece of Stampin' Up! Paper, and I got this super cool stencil from the Ton. It's like a multi-layer stencil, and so I wanted to put the stencil on here. Now, yesterday, I did this stencil, and I did it lightest to darkest like they say to do in their instructions. Today, I don't want to do that. I want to do darkest to lightest and see how it comes out. So you guys get to experiment with me. So here we go. Okay. Bless you. Oh, my screen went dark. Let's see. See how it works out. I love peeling stencils. It's like my favorite thing in the whole world. Peeling stencils makes me really happy. It's just so satisfying. I almost did the same color again. You guys are all being so quiet. Okay, and then the last piece is this one. And I really want to tape this one down because it's really thin. And I don't want it to move. Watching me work my magic. All right. I like the look that doing this backwards gives it because it's a very soft it makes the lines, like, it kind of blurs the lines out. So it's a very soft finish to this stencil. And that's kind of what I'm looking for with this. Okay. Although it does kind of ruin that final, like, ta-da! But that's all right. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? I think it's really pretty. Okay. So there's that. Now what we're going to do is basically cover it up. Okay. I don't know how I want this layout to go yet, but we're going to work on it. Now, I have all these cool things. They're from Tim Holtz. And I was going to look for one that's kind of like, that's Texas. One that's kind of like a, maybe a map? No. I don't know, like a library card or some sort of journaling card. Some sort of something. Not seeing it yet. These may not work for what I want. I might do it. I don't want the one that says Paris. There we go. Okay, that might do it. I like that. I'm good with that. Okay. So yeah, I covered up pretty much all the paper, all the stencil, all that stuff. But hey, that's how I roll. So now that I have some sort of idea of how my layout's going to go, it's probably going to be different, just so you know. I lay it out a few times, usually. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back in with my Rustic Wilderness. And I'm going to distress the edges of the page. Yeah, we always have it in the booth, Tiffany. So you can come and look at all the pages and stuff. There's only like 6 or 8 pages in it right now. So, I mean, it's not a whole lot to look at the moment. But we just started doing it. And some people have contributed. They're like, oh, we took this picture off your Facebook and made a scrapbook page for you, which is really cool. Really, really cool. I think it's fun that people want to participate in it. So I'm really happy about that. But right now, the scrapbook's in Texas. So I can't help you there, boo-boo. Okay. So then I'm going to go back to this. And I think that I'm going to like off-center this just a little bit so I can see more of that. So we're gonna glue this down. I know, isn't it? I love it. We should make a page with our picture from Chicago this year. I need some cherry stickers. See, I'm already changing the layout and I haven't even done anything yet. Yeah. You have cherry stickers, right? That's kind of cute. I like that, like that. But I want to put this burlap down too. So that's going to happen. So the great thing about Barely Art Glue is that it dries invisible. So I can go like this down my page and not have to worry about it because it will dry invisible. So then I can stick my burlap on here, hold it down for a second so that it'll adhere. I know, right? Being like super boho with all this. And then I'll trim it off, of course, but... All right, I'll trim this off at the end. I want that to sit a little bit longer. I'm gonna make sure this is the right way. Isn't this paper pretty on the back too? So pretty. Okay, so there's that. Now, again, I'm gonna start looking at how to place my pictures. Kind of like that. So we'll see how those go. Kind of want to put, so I really need my dragon on here because he's really important for this page for me, because I would have never made it to the top. I would have never made it to New York without Sandy. So I want my little dragon on there. And then kind of like that there. Okay, then we're gonna put in some of these. I like that that says Traveler's Companion, because that's totally Sandy for me. And then I want this to be like my little journaling card. So I'm going to put that down there. I think I like it like that. What do you think? We good? I like it. So then, of course, we'll add some bling. But I think this is the layout that I like. I think this is the winner. So I'm going to start with this photo. And we're going to put it down here. And then we're going to use our espresso because we don't want a bunch of fingerprints on our photos. Okay. Then we're going to put this one on. I want it to be a little bit in. There we go. So again, we're going to use our espresso. Then we're going to go for the dragon. It's so cool to incorporate stamps into your scrapbook. It just really, really makes me happy. I really like incorporating stamps and making the scrapbook that much more personalized and special. As you can see, I've been like Bible journaling with them and doing all kinds of stuff. So don't let the fact that you're not a colorist or that you don't color, don't let that stop you, because you totally don't have to color them. Like this would be cool stamped in green right here. I don't know, I think that there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with stamps in your scrapbook. So don't feel like because you don't color that some of these wouldn't be perfect for your scrapbook or Bible journal or whatever else you like to make. I'm going to drop this one down some. See, and I'm already changing stuff up again. I just think this looks kind of cool overlapped on some of these. Okay, then I'm going to take our little flower. Maybe the flower wants to be like up here. Oh yeah, I like that. And I usually take a pen or something to hold the flower down until it adheres. Okay. So now I'm going to cut the burlap. Okay, there we go. And then, of course, we need some bling, right? Gotta have bling, and we have to stamp it. So I like to stamp the date that we were there. So let me get rid of all this burlap sitting here on the edge of my desk. So we were there August. What day was it? Anybody remember? Anybody recall on Facebook what day we were there? Let me look. I think it was the 30th. It might have been the 29th. But we'll see. We have these really cool pictures from the top. Look at that. How fun are those? Look at, we're in the Times Square. So August 29th. So that solves that problem. Oops, I'm throwing everything out. Okay, so August 29th is where I'll set this. And then I'm gonna stamp it right down here on the corner. Okay. Clean that off just a little bit. Put that back. Otherwise I forget where it's at if I don't put it back. Okay. And then I have to fill in the year because the stamp doesn't have the year. Because the stamp's too old. And then I will do my journaling on it. So here you go, guys. We created today a scrapbook page using all of our cool stuff from the Empire State Building. How fun is that? I love it. I think it's really pretty. I love the dragon on here. And if you're interested, I will post this video to our YouTube so you can watch it later. Thanks, Tiffany. I appreciate all the love, girl. And I'm gonna go eat lunch because I'm starving. So I will see you guys all later. Sandy will start doing her live videos tomorrow, and it will be tomorrow evening. So she does 9:30 Central Time. And so Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, she will be doing 9:30 Central Time. So enjoy, have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Toodles!